Hello, hello, and welcome, or should I say ho, 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 for 2025 Christmas Cousins. I'm Cousin Chad.
And I'm Cousin Seth.
And cue the Tin Lizzie. The boys are back in town. Let's do this. Wow. Joe the Christmas Aficionado is here as well. Welcome
hello,
back,
hello.
Joe.
Hello.
Well, hello. I know we were all busy making bad dad jokes, saying, hey, we haven't seen you since last year, or it's our first drink in a year, or whatever it was. But we're back. We're here. We're going to recap our Christmases. We had to have Joe on, too, because we saw some great pictures of things he got. We had many questions about what his Christmas was like over there. And Cousin Seth, of course, his second fully fledged Christmas. What happened with it? How did it go? How was New Year's? Anything happen? All this good stuff we want to know. Was it crazy? Were there was there an engagement, Joe? Maybe there's an engagement happening. Maybe bagpipes. We don't know, but that's why we're here to find out. I am as curious as everybody else. So let's just start off the top. Happy 2025 to you both. This is great.
No, thank you.
Cousin Seth, did you enjoy our very short hiatus?
Yeah, I was just inquiring about that. Yeah, a lot has happened in the span of a week or whatever that long extended stay or vacation we had. Yeah.
Was a couple weeks almost. Joe, remember we were talking about having our big summer break, Seth and I, and then I texted you like 6 days later, hey, Joe, did you want to record this episode? You're like, what happened to your hiatus?
That often happens with you guys. Are we in a new season yet? Or is it
actually, thank you for bringing that up. Yes, thank you.
Well, this is news to me, too.
Yes, hold on. We are in 2025, and we are starting, ladies and gentlemen. Season 6, everybody.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That is crazy.
That's crazy. Season 6, year 3. We're in our third year, season 6. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you really in year 3, though? Because you started in September of 22. So
No, 23.
23.
That was our first year. That was year 1.
Right.
2024 was year 2, and we're entering year 3. Yes.
Okay. They're just very short years.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I do have an announcement. We are now, let me give this announcement too. We are about to start season 7. Yeah.
I never thought we'd get here.
Year 4 as well, Seth. I didn't tell you. We travel at the speed of light on this show. We're coming very close to our 200th episode. I should keep an eye out for when that will be as well. So
that's incredible. And my mom just asked me how she can find the podcast.
She can't.
Really? 2 months ago, she asked me, she's like, are you still doing the podcast? I was like, yeah, we've done a few. How do I listen to it? I was like, oh my God.
You don't, Aunt Mar. It's not good. It won't be good for you. Trust me.
Yeah. 40+ million listeners
but not her. Tell her it's on the local AM station, Seth. Do not tell her how to find us. Because then you're going to be worrying about things too. Like, did I say something? We need you unfettered, footloose and fancy free, Seth.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
We have the whole aficionado family. All of Joe's family is listening. At least the one episode we did, the Christmas.
They did. They did listen to. My mom listened to the one episode.
Okay.
She asked me. She goes, "Oh, have you been on again?" And I said, "A couple of times." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And it didn't sound like she really wanted to listen though. So.
A lot of people say that they're not listening, but they're secretly listening. You know, it's like in the movie Private Parts. Well, if they hate you, why are they listening? They want to see what Seth will say next.
Right.
That's it. So let's get into it.
Okay.
Let's kick off. Cousin Seth, let's kick it off with you today a little bit. Overall, because I know Joe's is going to be pleasant, and we know it's going to be good.
Just good old boring and pleasant, consistent and mundane.
Right. So, Seth, we'll jump back and forth. How was yours overall? This is your first full thing.
Yeah. It was great. I think I got the full experience. I see this year, it kind of crammed a lot of it in at the end. I got on Santa's lap. which was very unsuspecting. He could not have been more pleasant, welcoming. It turned me into a child sitting going there. He was so inviting. It was I would go off crazy. But it was an experience. It was definitely an experience. I stuck out like a sore thumb.
I bet you did.
Yeah, for many reasons, but it was all families with young kids. So I didn't have that level of, I guess, stress on me
right.
like other people did. But man, some people are brutal.
Really?
It was just, yeah.
In what sense? To you, you mean, while you were sitting there?
Just in general. I mean, not getting who's where, can't even talk. Who's in line, where they were in line 30 seconds ago, and now they're there. You know, it's just like everybody seems to be monitoring everybody. And I'm very self-conscious because I'm sitting there. I'm like, I went with Mrs. X.
Wait, you're self-conscious because you're in your 40s, you're 6'2", and you're about to sit on Santa's lap. You would think that would make me self-conscious too.
Right. Yeah, it's feeling a little vulnerable. But I went there with Mrs. X and one of her, and little mini X. Mm-hmm. And I was like, we both, we all could be in the photo and trying to work that. And maybe 30 seconds after being in line, the both of them dart off into a store. I was like,
no.
Yeah.
You're standing there alone?
Yes. I was like, this is terrible. So I'm sitting there. I'm taller.
Joe, so just to break in real fast, because we're doing, and I have to set it up, we're doing the Seth graduation extravaganza where we're going to, or whatever we're calling it, I need a good name, we're having a judging panel decide if he's going to be promoted. This is your idea, Joe, and it's brilliant. To a Jolly Junior, stay maybe at the seasonal sophomore, or get demoted to a festive freshman. And he is, you see, planting the seeds, making his case now early on this episode.
He sure is. He's making sure he's taking this. I went and sat on Santa's lap story. It's already 5 minutes in, and we haven't even sat on his lap yet.
Oh, yeah.
We're just in line.
That's right.
Well, there's a lot going on. It was just, but I'm sitting there, and I'm 6'2" and stuff, and I'm fairly tall. And I'm looking around, so I'm conscious of that. I'm the only one. I'm there by myself and stuff like that. And I'm getting closer to the guy that checks you in.
Did anyone say anything to you online?
No. A woman did cut in front of me. It was so obvious.
Oh my
I mean, she might as well just thrown her elbow into my gut. And yeah, but other than that, it wasn't bad. But we're getting closer to the check-in guy. And I was just like, I'm trying to put my story together, I came to do this with a family and they all bailed on me. And
that was going to be your line?
I don't know. I had a couple different scenarios. But all the while I'm doing this, I'm sitting here looking down, thinking that I'm fooling people into thinking that I'm looking down at my kid. I'm like, oh.
So Joe, now picture this. Now he's a 6'2" guy in his 40s in line talking to an imaginary child. This is disturbing to these people. It's sad. Maybe he lost someone. It's like, what's going on?
Right. Yeah. Well, eventually Mrs. X and the two of them, they came back. And I had one last ditch effort to try to get them into the photo. And then it was everything just stopped. The woman behind the camera was like, "You're next." And it was out of that scene, out of A Christmas Story. And I was standing there. I'm just like, he's like, "Take off your jacket." I was like, "Oh, yes, sir."
They didn't even say anything to you.
She was standing there and nobody said anything.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, and Santa, bless his heart, and I'm still convinced it's the real one, the eyes didn't roll. He didn't all right, just get this over with. So I'm standing there with my little number thing. They ask you what package you ordered. And I'm like, I reserved it online. And
my dad did it for me. I'm just an 8-year-old with a glandular problem.
Here's my credit card, mister. Yeah, and so I take off my jacket, and there's all this other chaos going on around it. But
usually around Seth, there's a lot of chaos going on.
Right. But yeah, I go and I'm standing there in front of him, and I don't really know what to do. I'm like, go sit down. He's like, "You want to sit on my lap?" I was like, Oh my
You should
God.
buy me a drink for Santa.
Right. Yeah. Well, all this before we're leaving, we're getting in the car about to leave, and the little mini X, she looks up at me, and she goes, "You're about to go sit on a grown man's lap, a stranger's lap." I was like,
Mini X loves to bust your chops.
she does, absolutely.
She's good at it, apparently.
But yeah, so I sat on his lap. I was very
Wait, when you first sat down, were you on one leg? Like,
yeah, he wanted
didn't
me to
that
sit.
hurt him?
No, I didn't put all my weight down. I mean, I don't weigh it down, but like I'm sitting. If you look in the picture, like
I
the way
looked, I studied it like the Zapruder film. So I looked.
If you look how my legs are, I'm assuming most of the weight, holding most of it up, and then
Very kind.
yeah, and then he's like, "You want to pull my beard?" He's like, "You can pull my beard, do something fun, make a funny face." I was like,
Really?
"What's going on?" Like everything's taking me out of my comfort zone. I was just like, "Who is this guy?"
Wow. Did he like know your name? Be like, sorry, I didn't deliver that NES when you were 10, you little Seth.
No,
I transposed the numbers.
but he asked me what I wanted. And I was just like, oh my God, this guy is committed. You know, I mean, he's yeah, absolutely.
It's like Daniel Day-Lewis.
I found him in Northbrook Court Mall in Northbrook, Illinois.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
Oh, are you looking?
Of course, everything. Yeah. Okay, go on.
So what was it? So yeah, the full beard.
So did you pull his beard?
I did, yeah. So I'm pulling it, and it was very gentle. It was very gentle. But he asked me what I want, and I was just like, I froze up. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I guess people kind of pre-planned this. I was like a new car. I'm like, dumb. And I said something else, and I was just like, I just want a new podcast microphone.
Oh, really?
Like,
You're supposed to say rating and review Santa.
Well,
Imagine if Santa rated us, Seth, but go on.
I'm like, well, because I have a podcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice segue. Nice plug for Santa. Yeah.
Yeah, but it took Santa asking me, "What's your podcast about?" I'm like, I was like, "It's about Christmas and the seasons, and my cousin shows me Christmas." And like, what? Like, it was the most like just. It was not a very good, accurate description, but
Right.
I don't know. It's just like wherever you find your podcast.
Oh, because your mom has been asking me where to find the podcast. She's writing me letters.
Yeah, it was. So I'm trying to think what else. So they took the pictures.
The pictures are fabulous. Or Joe, as Seth calls them, Exhibit A and B. I think he's got it in the bag. But
Yeah, he's working on it. That's for sure.
He's working. There's still some major deficits, Seth, that the prosecution's going to tear you apart with. But
Yes, we should. We'll save those for the assessment. Yes,
exactly.
It's okay. I feel like I'm building a strong case. I got some other things that.
Ooh,
we can call it a Seth miss.
Assessment. Mm-hmm.
Assessment.
That just rolls out the tongue.
I can't wait till he goes, I have a surprise witness, everyone. It's Santa. And he comes in on a sleigh. That would be effective, Seth. That would be very effective.
See what I get.
Joe,
It would be a good witness. Yeah.
If we do this live on YouTube, we have how many people? We can only have 4 people? 5 total?
We can have 5 people total. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
So
we can
it's-
also bring people in and out. So, like,
Right.
someone, we can have the judge who's going to make that final decision. But if you have
Right.
other people show up, we can have it. We can bring one person in and then let that person go and bring another
Right.
one in and so forth. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like that. All right. Because we may need it. I have 6 so far, and that's keeping it tight. I want to have more, and we may need a bailiff too. Yeah. But so anyway, it'll probably be February by the time I get it all worked out. But we'll work it out. So anyway, so Seth, so when you leave, do you shake Santa's hand? This should have just been Seth meeting Santa recap, because this story alone is good. Seth.
Yeah.
You shook his hand.
Yeah, and he kind of patted me on the back. And
On the tuchus or on the back?
Yeah, around the back, on the upper back. You're gonna be okay. Thank you. But yeah, I didn't know, and then I stand up and I was like, what happens now? I don't know why I couldn't comprehend. I'm like, well, now you probably have to go finish the transaction. But I'm just standing there, and it's just like everybody,
Were the other people looking at you, or like?
Well, that's the thing. I was very mindful of it. I was trying not to, because I know they're all pissed off. And like for me, it's like, oh, this is so much fun. They're like, you son of a, like just move it along. Like I can't imagine anyone found it cute or endearing or like, oh, let's take a break from our chaos and just admire this guy.
I mean, the easiest thing to say is that I've never met Santa in my entire life, and this is my first time. And people might have been a little bit more like, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I tried that. They started clutching their children. They're like, it's okay. You go through a separate line.
Every time he comes after I go to sleep every year, so I never see him. I've had to come during the day. So, wow, that's interesting, Seth. So, okay, so you did that in front. So Mrs. X got you to do it, because we've been trying to get you to do it, but what did she do to like force you to do it?
She's like, here's the reservation. If you're not doing it, I'm doing it. So she's a person of her word. So, and you heard it here on the podcast.
She came on the podcast and said she'd get you to do it. Now that's smart, because that's how you have to do it with Seth. You just schedule it and tell me he's doing it. You can't like wait for him to schedule it.
Right. So. You got to disorient me with information and lots of stuff going on. I was still riding the high from our trip to medieval times.
I know. Was that Christmas or not?
It was a couple days before, but yeah, I mean, it was decorated like the entryway and stuff like that. But yeah, no real Christmas theme stuff in the performance.
So that was your Santa trip. We're going to get back to you on that, Seth, to get the actual Christmas day. Joe, over to your Christmas. Was it a classic aficionado family Christmas? You guys get together every year. You have your whole tradition. A lot of people are in the area, and those that are out of the area come back home for it. How was yours overall?
It was fine. It was like the same old sort of Christmas. There wasn't a lot of differences. Most of my family are here in town. My middle brother, Tony,
who we've had on the show,
who's been on the show, him and his family, they came into town a few days before. So it was nice. We got to see everybody, and then, we exchanged gifts. I ran all over on Christmas Day, and it went flying by, unfortunately.
Well, because you had different people to visit.
Yeah, I have to visit my parents and my in-laws. So so we get up in the morning and exchange gifts. My daughter and my wife and I, and then we just rush around all day long.
Wow, I would have been like, I can't make it.
Oh no, the car exploded.
I would really love a Christmas where everybody comes and sees me, and I don't have to go anywhere. That to me sounds magical.
Right. You're the aficionado.
I know, but it's you get into there's a thing called Christmas routine where everyone expects it to be the same every year. So
right.
That's the way it is for now, and eventually it'll change. But I mean, I'll give you the update on the when my brother was on. We talked about our tradition of gift exchanges. And
breaking news update on the gift exchanges, and Joe just did a bit of an Artie Lang impression there during that segue. Did you catch that, Seth? I'm gonna give you an update.
What it is we all pick a name out of a hat. There's 6 of us.
Only names of people that are there, or can you pick any name? I'm picking Santana.
So I have 2 brothers, and they're married. So all 6 of us.
Wait! Stop the clock. You have 2 brothers that married each other,
right? Or married each other's wives.
They married they have their own wives.
Thank you for clarifying. Okay, you said you have 2 brothers who are married.
So, along with myself and Mrs. Aficionado, there's 6 of us. We exchange a name. We pick a name and we pick a theme.
Right.
And then that year, that next year, you have to buy somebody for that who you picked, and you have a theme. So Tony chose me last year,
Right.
and the theme that he picked was comics and what is it? Comics and cartoons. That was the theme.
Okay.
So he got me a bunch of comic books that are Christmas themed. So he
nice.
got me, so like Batman. These are all different kind of Christmas ones. Here is a Teen Titans
Teen
book.
Titans. Wow.
Yeah.
So these are like old ones? Like these are vintage?
A lot of these are older.
Okay.
Here's a Superman book called Homeless for the Holidays.
Oh my gosh.
The real Ghostbusters. He's in a Santa's hat.
What do you do? And what do you do? Are you going to read these?
I'll read them.
Okay.
I have
Nice.
I have dozens of boxes of comic books upstairs in the attic.
Really?
So it'll just go into my collection. Yeah, I've been I started collecting when I was like in 3rd grade. So
You're a maximalist, Joe. You collect a lot of stuff.
I have a lot of stuff. But so he got me that.
Mhm.
I had my youngest brother, and the theme that I had to get buy a present for him was the awful theme. It was called organization.
Oh,
Like what? Yeah, I was like, what the heck do I get him? So
like shelving?
There's your file folder.
So I got him a label maker.
A label maker.
A label maker, so he could print out a label and he could label things. It was awful. We all admitted that it was like the worst theme. So
I have audio of him opening that present, actually.
that's honestly, that's not too far off.
I don't blame him. Poor guy.
So and then we all exchanged other gifts and stuff. We also then choose on Christmas Day. We choose the name out of the hat of who we're going to have for next year.
Okay.
As
Again,
well as
someone
the
who's
theme.
in the family, not just the You can't choose like Tom Hanks. Okay, got it.
No, yeah. So next year I have to buy for my sister-in-law, Tony's wife. I had to buy for her. I don't know if I used her name or not before, but so I have to buy for Tony's wife. And the theme that I chose was out of the and again, we all write themes and throw it into a hat and then choose it. Someone wrote up a theme called gifts and bags, and I guess
Gifts
that's what I
and
had.
bags or Gibson
Gifts
bags?
in bags.
Oh, okay. I've been watching too many guitar YouTube videos. I'm like, Gibson bags. That sounds good.
Gifts in bags. Yeah, so it's not a great theme, but I'll I have a year to think about it now. So
Gifts and bags. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay.
So that was our that's our yearly tradition where we all exchange those gifts and
Okay. And what was your favorite gift? Because you got one I know that you would have loved as an 8-year-old aficionado. Did you see that, Seth?
Oh yeah, I did, but I didn't see the full presentation.
Yeah.
Oh.
So my wife got me a lot of shirts and clothes. She jokes because that's the only way I get new socks is she buys them for me for Christmas.
I got socks too.
She bought me a shirt that said had a picture of Santa Claus on it, and it says "Your parents aren't real," which is my favorite thing. She got me. And then she gets me a lot of practical gifts. And when I go to my parents' house, it's the opposite. My mom still treats me like I'm in 3rd grade essentially. She got me the Knight Rider Playmobil set. It is it is Kit the car.
He's showing it right now. It's Kit the car. The lights are lighting up just like on the TV show. He has it in his hand. Either the car is a model or Joe is a complete giant holding an actual full-size car. Seth, were you into Knight Rider?
Yeah. No, I love that show. That's pretty impressive. So where did she find that?
Oh,
There
wow.
it is. That's where the bigger story is.
Joe,
So
that was your childhood hero, David Hasselhoff.
Yes,
correct?
it was. It was. I love David Hasselhoff. And,
Seth, who was your childhood hero, would you say? Uncle Joel?
No, there's a lot of admiration. He wasn't my uncle. I don't know.
Wow, we stumped him here.
I mean,
I'm just throwing it out there.
yeah. I mean, I love Mel Brooks. I don't know.
Okay.
It's yeah.
I can see that.
So I collect Knight Rider merchandise, and my mom knows that. And this is on. You can buy this. This is on Amazon or any toy store that still exists that would sell Playmobil. You could easily find the Knight Rider car. I mean, right behind me in my glass case, I have the Knight Rider lunchbox. I got the Knight Rider car from the 80s. I got.
It was like the die-cast metal one.
It's plastic.
Okay.
But I do have a smaller metal one
Nice.
from the 80s as well.
Now,
So,
these are not cheap. These go for like $80 to $100 online. You know, they do. I
my
checked.
mom still spoils me.
Wow. Did they have to sell that giant rocking horse to buy it, like the gift of the Magi thing?
This is just one of the things she got me. She got me a He-Man action figure.
She feeds you Lunchables that afternoon as well. And a
That would
Capri
be
Sun.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Here's your Capri Sun, little Joey.
I mean, some of the things I put on an Amazon wish list and she gets, but
Right.
like, so for example, I got a lot of 3D. I have a 3D printer, so she bought me a bunch of filament that I asked for. Yeah, my mom spoils me. My dad spoils me.
Wow.
He bought me a whole bunch of clothes, and it is how it is. My parents have been doing that since I was
Since
born,
you were born.
essentially.
Yeah. Wow,
And,
Seth, Joe must have gotten really good grades this semester for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a Knight Rider Playmobil car. I mean,
They
it's
said if
awesome.
you got all A's, that's what you were getting. So, wow, that is awesome. Okay, so that sounds like a great look. You're lucky you still get to have the same kind of Christmases you had as a kid, and everyone's there and together. It's really nice.
Yeah, no, we all, my brothers and we all get spoiled.
Wow.
When we had kids, we told my mom she does not have to do that because you got grandchildren now. She
Right.
spoils all of them as well. I mean,
Yeah.
my daughter came away with a ton of stuff, So, that's how my mom is. That's how she's always been. And she's like, I'm going to do it.
Right.
So.
That's great. That's very nice, actually. That's what you do. I know. And it is crazy. I think I sent you guys a photo of my in-laws' house with the gifts. It was like a sea of gifts. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. So
What's funny is that it's complete opposite at my in-laws' house. They don't do a lot of gifts, and that was so when I first started dating Mrs. Aficionado.
Tracy.
Tracy. Yeah, we'll call her
Give her
Tracy.
real
Why
name
not?
out.
I went to their house, and they gave me a nice tiny little gift, and I was like, oh, okay. And then
Where's
was
the
it.
rest?
And it was
I don't like this. Just throw it on the ground.
Joey doesn't like it. Joey doesn't like it.
It's a very different experience. They don't believe in giving people tons of gifts.
Aw.
So, yeah. Well, and I'm fine with it. I mean,
We
I'm
don't
not
subscribe to overstimation or joy for too much time.
Yeah. We don't like largesse and charity. So.
Right.
But when I had my daughter, she went from one grandma to the other. It was very, very different, and I had to we had to teach her. It's not everybody does what one grandma does versus the other.
Right. You had to teach her how to act grateful for the one gift and she
Right.
just got 73. Right. You had to teach her how to act.
Yes.
Okay, let's run through the scene again. Ready? Thanks, Grandma. I really wanted this one gift. That was great.
Or the stocking full of oranges and apples and pencils that you got, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
Apple.
for real?
Ah,
Yeah.
Nothing says love like broccoli.
yeah.
That's a lot. All that. Well, look, no one will get scurvy over there. That's for sure.
they're lovely people. They don't believe in spoiling people like that,
And they don't. They succeed in
they
that. It sounds like.
Right.
I mean, at this point they don't even get a gift. You get a small little thing, and then they usually give you a card with some cash in it. So
Right. Okay.
and
Very
let
nice.
you go shopping for yourself. So
All right. No, that is very nice. Yeah. Well, on my end, we had, of course, my Italian in-laws we went to up in Jersey. First, we drove up and went skiing and snowboarding and snow tubing for a few days, which is amazing. That was fantastic. Lots of fun. And then we went over to Jersey to see with my wife's family, my family too. They're all in the same hometown. So we saw cousin Hal also was there, and maybe he's listening. Shout out. No fist fights, which was good.
That's great.
So then we went to, they have the big Feast of Seven Fishes on Christmas Eve, which is great. The big old Italian feast, just tons of food, tons of everything. The next morning, we didn't start opening gifts till like 11, and it took us like 3 hours. We weren't done till 2 o'clock. It was crazy.
see,
And,
that sounds
yeah.
amazing because my nephews they rush through everything. Like it's over in like 15 minutes at the most. And it's just like, why can't we just slow it down a little bit? Like,
Right. Well, we implemented that. We
yeah.
go one. My wife actually pulls out all the gifts and gives it to one person. Everybody watches that person open the gift. Because
Yeah.
we say
Okay.
once it's done, you're done for the year. So why are you rushing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's that Christmas goes by so fast. Like it's the buildup is great leading up to it. And then the day of, you open gifts in the morning and, you go to your other places and then it's done. And
Right.
it's a big, letdown on the 26th when it's like over.
Right. Yeah, no, it was cool. And this year, as you guys know, I had one gift. Normally, I'll get like some books I want or like some good Japanese green tea or something. Nothing, whatever, because I don't need gifts. Give it to my kids. But this year, I wanted that orange amp, the orange mini amp, and it was waiting under the tree like the Red Ryder BB gun. And I was like, which box is it in? So I got my orange amp, and I was very excited about that. So
That was
That's
very good.
awesome. Yeah. You guys,
So
you
you
guys are
mentioned
quite-
you mentioned the food, the seven fishes, which
Yes.
I actually cooked that one year, and I'll never do that again because it's so much work. But we actually we came up with a better way to do the seven fishes.
can I guess?
Order-
I bet your one
ahead.
side of your family, your mom's side does 20 fishes, and then your in-laws side does 0 fishes.
No. Well, this is on Christmas Eve. So on Christmas Eve,
Oil fish. Yeah.
we order sushi, and we get
Oh, okay.
7 different sushi fish.
Cheat code. That's a cheat code, Jeff.
And
Yeah.
so that, but it's so amazing. It's so much fun to order we just order a huge variety of different rolls and stuff ourselves silly. And then, on Christmas Eve, it's great. I love it.
Right, that is fun. Yeah, okay, so you guys sort of do, but they're Italian, so this is what they do. It's tons of
Oh,
food.
I know. Italian.
It's
I'm
crazy.
my Italian grandmother, if she would have seen me eating sushi and calling it the 7 fishes, she would be rolling in her grave.
Yeah, right. Not good. Yeah, well, so that was it, and that was a lot of fun. So let's get back to you, Seth. But did you have a question for either of us on our?
No, I mean, I have no Italian blood in my family. Yet we started a nice new tradition of Olive Garden on New Year's Eve. It was packed.
Really?
I was blown away. I was like, oh my God, like everybody was there. And it was like such a mix of people. I don't know if some people going to midnight mass or whatever, but
Olive Garden for New Year's Eve was packed, you're saying? This is bonkers to me. Wow,
It
I've never
was.
heard of this. What made you guys want to go there?
I think we were going to go somewhere else and they were closed, and it was like the window of open places was getting smaller and smaller, and like, there's one, like Olive Garden's open, so we'll go there.
I'll show cousin Chad. We can do Italian Christmas Eve too.
Yeah,
Get
right.
unlimited breadsticks.
Do a selfie with everybody. Everybody hold up your pasta.
So was it good?
Yeah. I haven't been in a long time. It was pretty good. So
Who were you
it was,
there with?
Just my daughter and I.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's Mrs. X was off doing something, and so we did that. That was our that will become our Christmas Eve tradition. So it's
okay.
yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit of a scramble on Christmas Eve. I was running around like to the last minute trying to get stuff, and it was a little chaotic, but I did.
You waited to the last minute, Seth? Are you?
I
Is
know,
everything all right?
I know. Yeah.
Sound like you.
Completely out of character.
Jeez, you're a professional procrastinator, aren't you?
I know.
So one might say a procrastinator. So anyway, so then that's your Christmas Eve. Very quiet,
Yes.
just you and your daughter. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, what's that?
And then we want to get
the
to
big
so
day.
you stay at your house. Now this is Joe. This is Seth's first big Christmas celebration because last year he stared at a wall, and the previous 40 some odd years he stared at a wall. So this year,
Right.
Seth, take us to it. You got up in the morning. Was it you and your daughter, or just you who went?
It was my daughter and I, both of us. I woke up nice and early. I had to wrap some gifts.
Okay.
So it took a little while.
Getting up early, wrapping gifts. I smell love.
Oh yeah. So I had a nice haul. I think I did very well with my gifts. I made sure all the kids were covered from all our conversation. I made sure the host got a nice bottle of wine and some flowers.
Nice.
What
bottle did you get? Was it a fancy, like a Chateau Lafite Rothschild?
A little child. It was from a local, I say winery, vintner, whatever. And it was a pear wine. So I don't know.
Pear wine?
Yeah, not two, just pear.
Pear wine, like a local
pear.
fruit wine.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nothing says I'm down to my last $10, like handing the host a a pear wine. I mean, what the heck, Seth? Our grandfather was known as the wine maven. You show up with pear wine? You disgraced the family.
From what I understand, it's one part of the wine. It's not like
I'm looking it up right now.
juice.
Illinois pear wine. Hold tight, everybody.
I'm not going to tell you the
these
winery.
prices. You would need to sell 8 of these to get one Knight Rider kit car. Oh no! I hope they're not listening.
I'm not even going to get into it.
You gave him pear wine to the new family. You should have checked with us on that one first.
It's not, most people don't have a pear.
$12 to buy their own bottle?
No, it's not. I don't know. I figure
It's the thought that counts, Chad.
Yes.
Come on.
It was at a local place. I'm like, it's very specific to this area. I don't know. We have the best pears. Not many people know this.
Chicago's known for its fruit and pears. Oh, wow. Okay.
As we should be.
So you go and you hand them a box of pear wine. Got it.
Right, exactly. Like it's got a little spout. We can all drink from it. No,
I only drank half, man. It's still good.
The morning we did all that stuff. About 2 p.m, we went over to Mrs. X's brother's house and his wife. They live closer to the city, so it's really nice. Their house is all decorated. It was beautiful. They have a nice big tree with the gifts all around it.
Nice.
And went in there and walked in. I made sure to introduce myself. They're like, we know who you are.
You didn't just stand outside walking in circles. This is good. Good start.
Exactly. But no, there was like 10, 12 people there, all the kids, parents.
That's good. Now, Joe, in years past, Cousin Seth, before this podcast, where we've really helped him along on his journey, he would have been standing outside going, all right, what should I have told Santa? He would have been what's called analysis paralysis, just saying, going back in his head over and over. What should I say? Oh, that would have been funny if I told Santa I wanted this. Oh, I wonder if he's still there and I could go back. Oh, I should have said this. Am I wrong, Seth, or am I right?
You're spot on. It's not a blessing and a curse. It's just a curse.
Almost picture Dustin Hoffman in a certain movie going, oh, I should have told him this. I should have told him this.
Right. Of course, they had a different.
But anyway, so you walk in the door. Okay.
I take off my shoes. I'm just kind of following everyone else's lead.
Okay.
We're there.
What socks were you wearing? Did you have nice socks on?
Just plain black ones. So it was good that I actually ended up getting socks as a gift.
Right. Okay.
So the way they do it is a little piece of paper with everybody's name on it. We throw it into a bowl, and then generally it was the kids that would pull the names.
Okay.
So they put them all in there, shake it up. Everybody's very excited. Go in the bowl. First name that's pulled is my daughter's. I'm like, wow,
okay.
this is starting off good. Like, yeah,
Yes.
like, right. We're the newbies. So she
They
does.
don't want
She
to
gets
get on her
gift.
bad side. I've seen her angry at you, Seth. It's not good. You know?
Exactly. Her reputation precedes her. So she does that. And then everybody's like, oh, okay, it's nice and stuff. And then the second they go to the other kids to pick a name. Who is the second name that is picked? Cousin Seth.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was like, oh my God. So right out the gate, I get
And it wasn't fixed because you guys were the new ones.
Well, I don't think so. But so I get my first gift. I can't remember which one it was. Oh, I think it was a Bears long sleeve T-shirt, which is very cool. So I was very excited.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some clothes. I got some. Then the bowl goes around again. Somebody pulls my name again. I was like, oh my God. I was just like, but I knew I had enough tact and decor. I'm like, oh, let someone else go. Like, it's fine. I'm not going to be greedy. Someone else goes. What do they pull? They pull my name again. I was like, oh no. So,
oh my God.
yeah, at that point, everybody was very encouraging to take my next gift, which I think was a very nice bottle of Angel's Envy whiskey. Angel's Envy whiskey.
Angels. Is that what you have right there, Joe?
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
A nice $90 bottle or $80 to $90 bottle over at Liquor Geeks. Wow, nice. Okay.
That
This is the smaller one. This is not the $90 bottle one.
I was about to say, yours did look a little smaller, but
Yeah, this is a.
Don't compare, guys.
want to see mine?
Okay, so you got your Angels Envy bourbon and a Bears jersey. They're like, Seth is the manliest a guy ever.
right. They saw me
Bourbon and
spitting.
Football.
Right. And they got me a spittoon.
Yeah.
A
clock.
Right, exactly. I got some great stuff. I got the whiskey, and somebody, a listener of the show in the X camp, got me a Trader Joe's gift card.
Really?
which I thought was awesome. I was like, yeah,
That
I
is
was
awesome.
very excited.
That is
So-
okay. Because they know from the show how much you've been enjoying it.
Yeah.
I love that.
They're like, enjoy your overnight oats. That's all it's good for. Like, what the hell?
Did they say that? Did they reference overnight oats? Oh, that would have been great.
But yeah, no, I made out pretty well. I got some Vuori pants.
I saw that. And yeah, now,
yeah.
Vuori pants, for those of you who don't know, I like that brand a lot. Nice stuff. Which pants did
It
you
is.
get, Seth? I wasn't able to check the price on those, so I didn't know which one.
I don't know.
But they start at $100 Vuori stuff. I mean, it's not cheap.
It's nice stuff. And actually, I got a little bonus because when the pants were ordered, somebody was packing the box and accidentally threw in a pair of those the shorts that are lying. I think they're the core shorts, which I have
really?
a couple pair of. Yeah, they're awesome. You can.
Wow, I have a pair of those too. Yeah, those are nice. The
So-
Vuori Meta pants are 128. The Sunday Performance pants are 98. The Tech Chino are 128. So most likely you're in the 128 range, maybe 98 on the lower.
According to the picture, it's the Sunday collection.
Oh, you zoomed
Yeah.
in. Nice
Oh,
work, Joe.
what the hell?
That's beautiful.
Gotta be a
So
little
the
more
Sunday
careful.
Performance collection about 108 we're looking or so. Okay, nice. Okay, so 100. Very good, Joe. That was
Jeez.
excellent.
Put a number on my fit. See, yeah, that was. I know I'm forgetting something,
They
but
paid more in tax than Seth did on that pear wine, but we digress.
So Seth also got a pair of socks. It says Cat Daddy.
yes, I did.
okay.
Yes, and he got a. It looks like
Oh,
a Lazy Susan. Is that what that
Cat
is?
Daddy socks are on $26.
no, she's always around here, lazy Susan. I can't get rid of her. No, that's,
Looks, okay.
I gotta see
Cat
what.
socks, Vuari top and bottoms, and then the Angels Envy $90. So you're over 200 already, Seth. Okay, so think about this. Is why he's one of the world's wealthiest men, Joe. He walked in with a $12 bottle of wine and walked out with over $200 in merchandise.
Right.
And he 20x'd his investment. Brilliant, Seth. Wow, this is impressive. Yeah.
Is that candle? Is that candle new as well?
Oh,
No, that was actually talk about foreshadowing or planning ahead. That was purchased last summer in North Carolina from Mel by Wicks by Mel.
oh, okay. So you lit that on Christmas Day?
I had that one burning through pretty much the week of Christmas. So
Oh, right. Oh, cool. I was with Seth. He picked up a few Christmas candles. Yes.
yeah. And that was so yeah. What else did I get, Joe?
I think that's about it. I mean, if unless you got that table as well.
Look, I'm just trying to put my place together. That's all I really need.
He registered. He didn't know how Christmases work. He went to Bed Bath Beyond and registered.
Yeah.
He got a blender, a toaster.
I mean, you
Fun
sent us
juice.
this picture, so we're just looking at it.
Yeah, we're gonna analyze it.
Yeah.
That's how we roll. So Seth. So overall, it sounds like a rousing success.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we had so much fun. Like the kids had a great time. Like at the end of the night, we were like all hanging out downstairs and just like we're having chicken fights. And
Really?
yeah, they got a hold of my phone and
Breaking news, as per cousin Seth, Christmas is fun. That's right, everybody.
yes, and you can bet and still be fun. Yeah, no, it was great. They somehow got a hold of my phone and were able to get into and changed all my contact information for Mrs. X to Mrs. X. So
That's so funny.
it was it was pretty amusing, but
That is funny. That would have been funny if they changed like somebody he works with name to like Domino's Pizza or something. Like they could have done a lot more. So
oh, I think they were. I saw them. I saw this smiles growing. I was like, all right, taking the thing back.
Joe, how come everywhere Seth goes, people like they like to mess with him?
I don't know. I mean, it's Seth, so.
And yeah, well, they've listened to enough of the show, I guess. But that's like, we have to watch that. It's like when someone comes on the Stern Show and starts making fun of Baba Booey. Like, he's our Gary,
Yeah,
so,
right.
that's our territory. But well, I'm glad that's so that sounds like a wonderful Christmas. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Yeah, and Hanukkah started the same day, so we
did.
lit the candle. It was It was.
Did you get anything for Hanukkah too?
Yeah, all that stuff was kind of combined. I did get I got a gift card from my folks for the grocery store.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there you go, Joe.
Very practical. Very practical.
Absolutely. So
Way to show confidence in your child and giving him money for basic necessities. I mean, that was really great.
it's for the grocery store. It's not really the most convenient, but you can buy a half a cow apparently. So
Right. That is amazing. Okay.
I'm 1/10 of the way to that cow.
Well, so we've covered it all. Cousin Seth met Santa, sat on his lap, success. Joe had a very successful classic aficionado family Christmas, replete with tons of gifts, Knight Rider cars, and lots of clothing. I got my orange amp that I was dying for, a new record coming out in 2025 perhaps, called Open G, because it's my best chord, and only chord perhaps. And then we went back, and Cousin Seth had a new tradition of the Italian feast known as the Olive Garden.
The Feast of the Seven Olive Gardens.
Yes, the Feast of the Seven Olives. Then you had a wonderful Christmas day, brought Pear wine, and got over $200 of gifts in return. This is like a Price is Right, Seth. This is great.
Oh, no, I had other gifts.
And
I
the
know.
Showcase Showdown.
Right. No, I think I did pretty well. Like one of the kids likes writing little stories. I gave her a little journal. One I gave like this like stomp shot a rocket thing. You step on it and it shoots rockets. Golf Club had covers. What's that?
What did we get, Mrs. X?
Oh, that's the last question. Then we'll wrap it up. Great question. Okay. Seth, the world wants to know.
So I say a couple things. One was she likes, there's a clothing company, ALO, I just learned about. So I got her something
ALO
from the...
is expensive, Seth. Yes. Okay.
You're telling me. You can tell me. I'm not going to...
Did you get her the new drop, the oat milk drop? Did you get her the
Oat
matching
milk?
sets, loungewear, bestsellers? What did you get her?
don't even know
it's
what.
their French line, Clarence. Well, that's clearance stuff. That's the old
Clarence?
stuff from last year. Okay, so
Damn, this is expensive stuff.
phew.
Everybody's doing this.
No joke.
Yeah,
Everyone listening at home is online too, looking $288 for the Glacier puffer jacket. Wow.
Yeah, I did get her a jacket.
Okay.
I will. I got her a sweatshirt of sorts.
A sweatshirt. Okay,
It's a sweatshirt.
quick. We're on it, Joe. Sweatshirts.
Let me get
Okay,
to that.
sweatshirts and hoodies. So Seth, you're talking, about $138 plus tax. So around $150. That must be a nice sweatshirt.
Which
Yeah.
version did you get her?
Did you get the Muse, the Accolade? Probably the Accolade.
The color was plum.
To go with the wine you brought.
Right. I'm keeping in theme. I got her a bag of pistachios. She
Nice.
on her trip to Pittsburgh.
Wow. Okay. So that was a good gift.
Yeah.
Wait, she's in Pittsburgh?
No.
Almost had breaking news, Seth.
Right. Yeah. You can find her. You win. Another. How do I put that? I say it probably shouldn't. Another is a document of sorts. Without going too much into it, it's not a legal document per se.
Yes, I know what it is. Yeah, it's a spiritual document.
Yes. So that was one part of it. Yeah. So
I'm saving Seth here. You said too much, Seth. You said too much.
I have. Absolutely have. And it was, yeah. So the combination of those two things, and yeah.
Well, Seth, you did it. Your first successful Christmas, Seth.
It
Everybody,
was.
this is wonderful.
It was amazing. And yeah, I the next day, obviously, like Joe, what you're saying, it was just like everything seems to like fall off. And it was like, where'd it go? I mean, yeah, I was actually doing some work related stuff, and it was just like, it seemed very weird. It was, I was like, this shouldn't be happening right now. Doesn't this go on for a little while?
December 26th is the worst day of the year. It's everything is over.
It should be Boxing Day, where everybody relaxes, chills, has that day like they do in England and stuff.
I mean, you go to the store. It is now Valentine's Day. And
Target had some spring stuff going already. It was crazy.
I know. I went to Target the next day just to see if I can get any good clearance Christmas stuff, and like it was gone. It was like in a corner, shoved in a corner, and they had Valentine's Day stuff everywhere and spring clothes and the swimsuits already. And I'm like, give it to me. You know,
right? Exactly.
Christmas music doesn't play on TV or on the radio anymore.
Oh wow, really?
You know, luckily Hallmark is still showing Christmas movies. I think
I had one on earlier. Yeah,
I know. But then on Monday it'll be Golden Girls all over again. You know,
it's wild.
Yeah.
Well, in 5 months, Hobby Lobby will have fall stuff out again. So we'll start to switch over. But with the Christmas Cousins, the Christmas Aficionado, you don't have to worry. The spirit continues all year long. For us, though, one last thing, what's crazy is we do Christmas, and that night we had Hanukkah. The next day is also Hanukkah and my daughter's birthday. So it is a whirlwind 48 hours. So Cousin Chad's getting a 5th job after those couple of days. It's crazy. So anyway, thank you guys very much. Another short episode, a fantastic episode. And this is a fun one. Seth, congratulations. You've got a lot of ammo for you, the big Judgment Day episode coming up. Joe,
there's things you have no idea.
Oh, okay. All right. It's going to be tough. Well, thank you, everybody.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
No, go on.
Oh, no, I don't want to reveal too much.
Oh, okay. You've said too much. Thank you, everyone. Check out the Christmas Aficionado on YouTube, and check us out and write us at Christmas Cousins Pod or ChristmasCousinsPod@gmail.com. Ratings and reviews as well, everybody.
Welcome 2025.
Season 8.